Welcome to the Middle Ageish podcast. Authentically and unapologetically keeping it real. Discussing all things middle-age-ish. A time when metabolism slows and confidence grows. Join fashion and fitness entrepreneur Ashley Bedosky, former Celtic woman and founder of the Lisa Kelly Voice Academy, Lisa Kelly, licensed psychologist and mental health expert, Dr. Pam Wright, and highly sought-after cosmetic injector and board-certified nurse practitioner, Trisha Kennedy Roman. Join your hosts on the journey of Middle Ageish.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Middle Ageish Podcast. I'm Trisha Kennedy Roman, and I'm joined today with my co-host, Ashley Bedosky, Lisa Kelly, and Dr. Pam Wright, and you are joining us for our sofa talk.
Yay.
You do it so well,
I know.
Trisha. I mean, seriously.
Yeah. I don't
like
think we
after
need
my
to divert.
after my epic fail, I'm like, God, she's just seamless. Like, I just
You did great.
anyway.
You need to keep going. How was everybody's week? Good.
So good. Yeah.
Awesome.
We're
Good.
I'm about to head to Marco Island on Friday.
Oh, nice.
I know. It's our annual CCU families weekend with the four families that we're super close with. So
Very cool.
So my weekend is just fabulous. Like I'm already there. My brain's already just checked out for sure.
Yeah. Mine isn't. No. Although I did tell you when we were leaving last week, I told you about the bougiest thing I've ever done.
Oh, my goodness.
I cannot tell you how many times I didn't say it was you, but I have said I have a friend who is so freaking epic. You need to tell this story.
My goodness. Okay, so
I love it.
I have a side piece.
I love it.
I have a side piece here, yeah, and he came to the house again today. So last
Lisa's
week,
man.
Lisa's man.
Well, I mean, it's valid.
It is.
So you all know I have 5 dogs. I have
My
4
dream.
kids plus Faith, my
Right.
son's girlfriend who lives with us.
We love
so,
her.
we love Faith.
Yes.
I have 5 kids and 5 dogs, and my house is mental, and we both work full-time jobs, so we're constantly out of the house. And, you know, when you have older kids as well, sometimes it's even worse than having young kids because you're trying to match in with
1000%.
everyone's.
Yeah.
So sometimes you rely on those kids to look after the dogs and stuff, and sometimes they don't. So our dogs are very, very old to very, very young. So Molly and Harley live in the basement with Cian and Faith, and they have we have a very small backyard. We have a lovely pool, and we have a very small grass area on both sides. And then Walter and Snoop, who are the doodles, live on the main level with me and Scott. And then we have a little Yorkshire pup who is the bane of everybody's life. So he really, he's like a king. He just lives wherever he wants to live, and he barks at all the dogs. So anyway, Scott left last Wednesday to go to Ireland for the All-Ireland. So he's gone over and he took 2 of the children. And then Cian and Faith are working, so they weren't there to help. And I have Harry. And I literally walked out to the back of the back garden where Harley and Molly are, and there was just so much poop in the back garden. And I was like, I'm so tired of picking up poop. I'm just sick of it. So I had seen an ad on Facebook for a lovely young man known as the Poo Dude. And that is his name.
Freaking this.
The marketing is crazy.
Oh
I
my
love it. I'm
God.
like, why did we not think of this?
I mean, epic.
Insane. It's insane. So for the price of my Starbucks a week, my young, hot Poo Dude will come to the house once a week and pick up all the poop.
Not a pool boy, but a poo dude.
Not a poo boy.
I was like,
I got a poo boy and I got a pool boy.
That
wow.
is, I'm
it's
telling
so
you.
amazing.
I'm very excited.
He's so smart.
I don't think I've ever been that excited about a purchase.
I just think the whole concept is incredible.
amazing.
It's a genius.
It is
like,
just
yeah.
beyond epic.
So
It is.
smart.
It is the pool boy on steroids because now it's the Poo Dude.
It's the Poo Dude. Now I'm not queenie enough that I don't pick up the rest of the dog's poop. I do that.
Right.
But it's just Molly and Harley are old and in the back garden,
but
and it's like,
if you do, 5 dogs.
it's a
It's a lot because
That
I've
is a
got
lot.
3, and Michael does it maybe every Sunday, could be every other Sunday.
You need the Poo Dude.
But I mean, oh my God,
Does he travel that far?
Yes.
Does he travel that far?
He's in Coweta County. I'm giving him a great plug here.
Oh my
And he
God.
arrives in his car, and he has this little trailer at the back that has this like a plastic box. And he
like a dumpster.
A dumpster, and he goes in the back, and it's
So
all...
he doesn't even put the poo in your dumpster.
No,
he takes the poo with
the
him.
poo away. Really? And he uses it as a compost.
I want to know how he started this. How did this even
I
came
think we're
into
going to have to
existence?
interview him.
Yes.
We should interview
He's
the
a genius.
Poo Dude.
We should.
All right, you need to tell him we gotta.
There's our guest.
will.
We gotta dig deep into this.
I just think there could have been so many other names.
I think it's a perfect
I
name.
love
oh my
it.
God, I think the name is epic.
I love
the
it.
I do
Poo
too,
Dude.
but I could have come up with some really...
Well, now you do have very clever.
But you're right. Can you imagine being on a date and being like, I'm the Poo Dude?
Yeah.
So he picks his date up and he's like, "Hey,
Yes,
just pop
I'm the
on in
Poo Dude.
here." You know,
I can pick you up and the poop.
in the poop.
Yeah, there's so many more
Because it's got
lines.
on his car, too, though,
He has
right?
the Poo Dude on his car.
Yeah. No, I cannot.
This is-
That'd be a random date. Like, take that off.
I just think that his personality has to be absolutely fabulous.
Is
Yes.
he, like, really outgoing?
I haven't
and-
met him because I'm never there when he does it. Yeah, he just sends me a text and go, I'm here. I'm like, I love you.
yeah, I'm seeing you in my dreams.
Kissy face. Kissy face. Kissy emoji.
You do you, Bill.
Poop emoji, poop
I'll be
emoji.
home in 5.
Yes. That's true, Trisha. Kiss emoji, poop emoji, kiss emoji, poop emoji.
What did I do before the Poo Dude? Yeah.
Lisa, I just
they're
cannot get
epic.
enough of that. I just can't. I can't.
If he would
I
stay to
can't.
cook, I would, like, quadruple his pay.
I don't know if I want him cooking.
No, not for his poop.
No. I'm sure there's a separate one for that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, the cooking dude.
The cook
I
dude.
just think
cook dude.
I just think it's fabulous.
Yeah. I will
love it.
share his details with you all.
Yes.
He's going to be
Epic.
overbooked
Yeah,
after
yeah.
this point.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I'm sure everybody in the neighborhood hates me. I'm sure they're like, oh, I can't believe she has a Poo Dude.
Why? I think it's brilliant.
I mean, I really do want to get the backstory to it because
We need an interview.
I know because it's such a basic. Because everybody who has dogs
Yeah.
complains about having to go out
Yeah.
and shovel poop,
Yep.
Yep.
and for years, like ever. I remember my dad bitching about it in the 80s, going, "I got and so this kid, we got to hear the backstory.
She's great.
So I mean, I wonder if it's just something that's started to take off on whether the West or the East Coast, and it's starting to find here.
I think I saw his registration was California. I
That
thought
makes
his
total
car,
sense.
his place was
Right.
California. But who knows?
You
Anyway.
know, I have a funny dog poo story. So we know my husband, he's not I brought home dogs, snuck home dogs. And
I
so
love your
he's
doodles.
not been a
I
fan.
still need to meet your doodles. But
And they're big dogs.
Yeah.
And their poop is really big.
Yeah.
So normally we don't pick up the poo because we live on a lot of acres. But we were out of town and my mom was watching the dogs, and to make it easier, she would just let them out in our little fenced area by the pool, and we have a putting green out there.
oh yeah,
And my husband, he does not like poo on the putting green. So anytime the dogs have ever pooed on the putting green, he has a certain place he
slings it.
does poo.
Yeah.
When Mom, we were gone, she wanted him to come home and have no poo to clean up. So she started piling all the poo right over the pool fence, and she'd scoop it up, pile it. Well, my husband walks around barefoot all the time, and that's this area that he always walks behind the pool. There's never poo because he knows where he puts the poo.
Yeah.
Right.
So it was really funny. He was out there walking behind the pool and stepped barefoot.
No good deed goes unpunished.
That's so true.
So
Yes,
it was-
but I can relate
found
to
it
that
funny.
because Michael does it because we not on as much acres as you have, but we have a fenced in area, and then the rest all around our house is just natural, whatever. And so we always are don't go into the leaves past the fence because you got to stay to the right where it's grass and pine straw. Once you hit the leaves, you got the Poo Dude.
You do. Oh, you could have been the doo-doo dude.
You know you've been thinking about this. You know your brain.
She's gonna come up with a slogan.
Doo-doo dude.
It just
The
can't
doo-doo
stop.
dude.
I can't stop.
There it goes.
Or
stop.
the dude.
The doo-doo. The doo-doo dude. Yeah,
Then everyone wants to start singing that song.
Yeah.
The doo-doo.
Do.
I'm not going to sing next to Lisa Kelly.
Same. Not doing
I'm going
it.
to remember my place in the...
See, now if you had a cat, like I do, you could have the litter robot.
I have a
and then
litter
it just,
robot.
yeah, it just
It's amazing.
does everything
Such
for
a-
you. Then you just pull the bag out and there you go.
It's like our kitty
I
poo
don't think
dude.
cats like me.
I don't like cats.
I don't either. I just like mine.
I'm a dog.
I don't know.
But isn't it funny though? But Pam, you're either a cat person or a dog
know.
person.
I'm an
I
animal
don't know
person.
too many people that
that's
kind of intersects with.
Yeah, I've never even been around a cat. I've never been around a cat.
Never two when I was younger, and I loved them.
They're sweet.
Smokey and Pepper, because I was very original in my naming, so you can know exactly what color they were.
Yeah.
1,000%. So precious, amazing. But those were the only cats I had, and I am a total dog person at this point.
Yeah, I love the dogs. But
I would have
Yes,
like
that was
5.
my bougie week.
I just think it's so freaking
I think
fabulous.
it's
It just reinforces why I love you so much.
Yep. I think you're smart to hire him, and I think he's brilliant to start that company.
Oh my God.
100%.
So
Like, why did we not
Absolutely
think
brilliant.
of that?
Yeah. Because
Why did
who
we not think
would
of it?
want to
What
do
did
that?
Scott say? Was he just like, okay, it's valid, or he was like,
He just
what in the
laughed.
ever loving?
He just laughed. I told him after I came home from the podcast last week, because I hadn't told him because he was at work.
Right.
So I came home and I went, oh, I did a thing. He's like, what did you do? But then he's like, oh, for God's sake, that's great. Well done.
Okay, I love it. I love it.
That's smart.
It is.
It really is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Genius.
I don't have anything that bougie. I can't think of anything bougie.
I wish I could be that bougie.
No, mine was cheap bougie. Cheap bougie.
Okay.
You know,
I guess I'm bougie with my hair. Maybe not. It's not the Poo Dude though.
no, I'm not a bougie person. I'm really not.
Me either.
I bought like a candle for $50 and I was having a heart attack. So I'm just not like, I just can't
Right.
do
You know,
that.
it's insane how expensive candles are now. Like, especially the big ones.
ridiculous.
Yeah, the big ones are like hundreds of dollars. Now, granted, they do burn for 4 months.
But you're
But
literally
still, it's a
burning your
lot.
money.
Yeah. Oh, I know, but they smell so good.
I know. See, that's the thing. Like, I just,
They
oh my
just
God, I love
do.
candles.
I love candles too. I bought one for Scott for his birthday for our room.
That's awesome.
I couldn't for you.
I couldn't justify paying it.
I have a gift for you. Wink, wink.
So he opens up the box and he's like, what is this? I was like, it's a gift. It's for your room.
And you're like, but it's my favorite fragrance.
Okay, here's one. What's the worst gift that you were ever given?
Oh, the worst gift. I can't ever say they were the worst gift because they were always with good intentions. So then you can't, you know. But I do remember when Michael and I were dating and he was like, I want to get you and we were in college. So like, you know.
Right.
And no, I take that back. it was our first year married. So he was like, I want to get you a ring. And I was like, okay, because we have complete opposite. Like 1,000%. So, and I knew this already ahead of time. So I was like, okay. I was like, that's so amazing. Thank you. I've been thinking about this, you know, back in like the 90s, the dome ring. I don't know if you guys ever remember
I remember
that.
that.
remember that.
Yeah. So, and I obviously love big jewelry, you know, whatever. So I got a catalog and I circled 5 options. I didn't get one of those options.
Uh-oh.
But the intent was so amazing because he did know that I wanted this gold dome ring. I just wanted it big.
Yeah.
So hence the reason I circled. I tore the paper out of the catalog. I put it down on the counter and I was like, okay, we got this. This is going to be a good gift. And God bless. I opened and I was like, I love you. I just love you. He's like, are you excited? And I'm like, I just love you. I love you. Yeah.
I would
So
be
it wasn't a bad gift. It was just,
Yes.
So-
I wouldn't want anything that had to do with cleaning,
No.
or cooking, or a gym membership.
I got a trash can one time.
Oh, that's a bad gift.
I got a trash can.
Did you really?
I did.
Okay. Did you say you needed or wanted a trash can?
Was it a good trash can?
Did it cook
It was a good trash can.
as well as be a trash can?
And pick up poop on its own?
Yeah. Was it the original Poo Dude
No, it was
scooper
not.
pooper?
It was one of those you step on it and the lid comes up. So I guess that's exciting. But
And they're
you know,
expensive.
So it was a bougie trash can?
it was bougie. And then the next year I got a bird figurine from the same people, and I thought, oh,
I hope they
these
don't listen to
people
the podcast.
They're giving me the bird. I'm not saying who they are, but I was like, oh,
They'll
a
know
trash
if
can?
they're listening.
And now I got a bird.
Not too many people give you a trash can and a bird.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
That's crazy. I haven't got anything. I did get a waffle maker.
Did you ask for a waffle
Nope.
maker?
But do you love
Do you like waffles?
No.
I was gonna say, yeah. Do you love
Oh,
waffles?
does he love waffles?
It wasn't a he. It
Oh,
was-
does she
no,
love?
yes.
Does she love waffles?
She did when I got a waffle maker. She was fed waffles every which way.
Oh, that's so funny.
We're at this lunch
She was
and
very
dinner.
cute. It was actually very, very cute though, because she tried really hard and she got my favorite color waffle maker, and it was a little mini waffle maker.
Many ones.
So
kinda
it's
cute.
So it's one of those
adorable.
things. It's like
It was.
it wasn't a great gift, but the intent.
The intent,
was,
I
like-
don't really know what her intent was.
Oh,
like,
okay.
when we talked
You're
about
like
it for a
me.
bit, I tried to be a little like, and I was like, it's a waffle maker. Like, when have you ever seen me eat waffles? Ever.
Got it. Okay.
But she's been very good gift giver ever since, I'll tell you.
Well, lesson learned.
Lesson learned.
I can say that Michael
She's
has
the
too.
best.
Yeah.
He takes those
can
circles
tell.
and the catalog and he just goes to town.
Yes.
Did you have Sears catalogs in Ireland?
No, we don't have Sears in Ireland.
Do you remember Sears
Yep,
catalogs?
in the early 80s,
That was like
absolutely.
the best thing for like Christmas presents, like looking through the Sears catalog.
Circle. But they were thick.
They were
okay,
super
well,
I
we
mean,
had
it was like,
Argus.
because it was like
Might be the same.
clothing,
Toys,
appliances,
everything.
toys,
Yeah. Jewelry.
Yeah, like it was a complete, like it literally was the Sears store.
You had to order it.
Are there any Sears stores left?
I don't think so.
I used to love Sears.
I don't know.
Got my first washing machines from Sears.
Did you?
I know there's Penny's. JC Penney's had a big catalog too. Remember them?
They did. So speaking of shopping, do you have any fab finds in the last week or so?
Oh, fab
Trying to
finds.
think.
Let me see. What have I bought?
I've just found a fab find with your pants you have on. Those are awesome.
Oh, Beyond Yoga.
Yeah, those are
Yeah,
super
with the mesh
soft.
on the side.
Those are cute.
Space dye. That's that fabric. I'm telling you guys, it's like pajamas.
It's really soft.
Yeah, it's fantastic. They do a great job. I don't know if I've had.
I don't think I've bought anything in the last 2 weeks. Nice
for
bottle of
Poo.
wine.
Poo Dude.
Yeah, I had some mum champagne for the Super Bowl. It was very nice.
Nice.
Yeah, I have a student over in California who every Christmas sends me champagne and like 3 bottles of champagne.
Wow.
But they're paired with chocolate. Like, yeah.
Okay, that's a good one.
Oh my gosh, I know. She's so sweet. So nice.
Okay, that's a good one.
So yes, Faith and I had a bottle of champagne on Sunday watching the Super Bowl.
Yes.
Wearing your
Well, why
Taylor's
wouldn't you?
boyfriend shirts.
Yes, wearing our Taylor's boyfriend. Go Taylor's boyfriend.
I
shirts. Yep.
know. I mean, hey, go Chief Nation or Chief Kingdom, I should say.
Chief Kingdom.
Freaking love them.
They're
Andy
definitely-
Reid was Michael's college offensive line coach. We love him.
wow,
And
that's
Tammy,
cool.
yeah, freaking fantastic family.
Oh,
love them.
good.
Love
Oh,
them.
nice.
That's awesome.
I did hate to see that Travis. Everyone like went after him. I guess the Swifties are like going after him, and that Taylor needs to break up with him because he can't control his anger. And being a mom of football players and married to one who played for, like you lose your shit at times.
Of course.
And you apologize. And Andy is not one that is like, if he didn't know where it was coming from, he wouldn't have tolerated it. So I'm not saying, it's bad behavior, 1,000%.
Yeah.
You got to keep it together. But it's hard in those really high pressure moments.
It is, yes. Yeah.
I mean, I know, now granted, not on that grand of stage, but I mean, my kids lost it when there was heat in the moment. And,
course.
So I do feel like, and no one showed that after where he went back up to him, not after they won, but he went back up to him to
apologized,
apologize and said, I'm sorry.
Oh, wow.
So anyway.
I think it gave me a
I
bad
st-
taste in my mouth, but I think it looked worse. I think it looked worse than it was because he kind of lost his balance. So
Right.
it made it look more.
Yeah.
No,
Like,
and
it, like, ran
when
into
I
him.
first
Yeah.
saw it, I mean, because we were watching and I looked at Michael and I was like, oh.
Yeah, it looked bad. It did look bad.
But even Michael was like, and he's been a coach, whatever, that, and then he's like, I guarantee he's going to go back and apologize. So anyway, I think the Swifties need to give him a second chance.
I think they do. Oh yeah,
They are really cute together.
Oh, they're
So-
so cute together.
So anyway,
I like how public she is with it. I just think it's really cool because you've not seen her have public
because
relationships.
none of them have been public, and I think she's living in the moment, and I think that's fantastic for someone at that.
Yeah.
Did you hear the audio afterwards where she was hugging him and he was like, you traveled halfway or across the world and
16-hour flight, right?
it was very
And
sweet.
she's back to Australia. She has a show in Australia on Friday.
Oh, wow.
Talk about jet lag. That's
I can't imagine. So how much, I missed it. I was on the airplane. But how much did they show her during the,
54 seconds for
That's
the
it?
whole game.
really?
But they
Yeah,
were
it was
having
like-
a blast.
I didn't
Yeah,
even
she was
know.
with
Did you
Blake
see?
Lively.
Did you see
and-
the difference between like that box and like the Kardashian box?
Yes.
Was
No.
full-
See, I missed it. What
Oh
happened?
my god! Well, I've just seen it on Reels because I mean I'm still like that person. And like, so the Kardashian Jenner box, like one guy was asleep. They're all on their phone. They're like slouched over. And Taylor and like Blake Lively, they're doing shots. Of course, you've got Jason Kelce,
Jason
who
Kelce's
I
a
freaking
He's so cute.
love him.
Yes, he's my favorite.
He's very
I
cute.
love him. I mean, so you had all of that going on. You're like, that is absolutely the box I would
Oh,
put in.
absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah.
Apparently, Sarah Jessica Parker was there with a book. She read a book the whole way through it.
Why do you even go?
Because
Yeah,
the
what's
seats,
the
I mean,
point?
it was like $2 million a suite.
But why
still,
go?
but why?
Like,
I
if you're
know.
going to go and just
Not
read a
pay
book or
attention.
stay on your phone because you
Yeah.
have no interest in football,
So
then let
exciting.
other people
Yeah,
come.
yeah.
Yeah,
in
I'd
my
be
opinion.
embarrassed to be reading a book, I think, at the football.
Oh, or the guy that was
my gosh.
literally asleep. Like
Yeah.
you have pictures of him snoozing.
Were they all for the same team?
I have
do you
no.
know?
I have, my guess is probably they were
They were
for
just there just to see.
San Fran,
Yeah.
just because they're all California. But I could be wrong. Well, now I take that back. I don't think they're from anybody because they weren't cheering for anybody.
They're probably just there with.
But I'm like,
clout.
oh my God, I would want to be in Taylor's box because doing shots, and then you got Jason
Oh, she
Kelce.
looks like so much fun.
Oh, she does.
mean,
Well,
she
Blake
looks
Lively, I'm adore her.
yeah,
She's just the cutest thing
Did
ever.
you see Ryan Reynolds say, God, has anybody seen my wife?
Okay, I will say I freaking love those two.
Oh, I love him. I love her. I love
And
her
then
too.
the way that those, like him and his wife, like they'll go at each other, like on
So
is so
good.
freaking funny.
And then Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds,
Oh,
they have
just
their social media between the two of them is
absolutely
just so
hilarious.
funny.
Yeah, love it.
Yeah, I love them both.
Cute.
They're great. He's
So-
a great
Although
guy.
I will say it was kind of boring. I thought in the beginning of the football game, like it was like
Okay.
the game.
until the very
Well,
the
I mean,
end.
because there was just so many mistakes and
Yeah.
like there was like no score, and then you're like, oh my, how is this even possible
Yeah.
that we're like at halftime and it's
And there
like
was zero, like,
it was like 10
nil.
It was like
10 to
3-0
0 or something like
10-0.
3-0 for a long time.
It was so crazy because
And
they
then
were
it was
thought
like-
it was going to be like in the 30s.
It's such a long game for nothing to be happening. It's like,
I mean,
oh my
it really
God.
is. I mean, it's 4 hours of like,
It
why are
really-
we
yeah.
still at 10-0?
Right.
All right, so
Yeah.
now we're at 10-3.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
It's funny because I took off on the plane. It was 3-0, and then we landed, and the whole, then Kansas City was winning, and it was like I was like, oh, that's so crazy.
Yeah,
I was like,
I know.
insane.
It was so crazy.
It was
Anyway.
good.
It'd be good.
It was fun.
Yeah,
All right, so we're gonna do something new with this 2 truths and a lie.
so funny.
See how well we know each
I'm
other.
the absolute worst at this.
Okay, so who wants to go first? Pam, Avi, go
on.
first. To my left.
Me?
It's like we're
Okay.
playing cards.
All right, let's see. So I'm going to read them all. You
Okay.
Tell me which one's the
Okay.
lie. Okay.
Okay.
So number 1, I bungee jumped in Port Douglas, Australia. 2, I had a private concert by Dave Matthews. 3, I had dead roses delivered to me on Valentine's Day.
Oh shoot. Okay.
Come on, which one?
I'm going to
do you think
say
is the lie?
3.
I'm
Is
going
the
to say
lie.
1.
The dead roses. You're going to say bungee jump.
Yeah.
No, I'm gonna say dead roses. You skydive, like you would jump out
That's
of a
so
plane.
true. I
probably.
forgot about that.
Yeah.
Damn it.
And change your answer.
Nope, I'm going to stick with it.
All right, Lisa,
But I
did you
did.
guess?
I did totally forget.
I said the dead roses.
No, dead roses is true.
Well, that's definitely the worst gift you've had.
See, I just
You were right. The bungee jumping.
You haven't.
I have not. I did not bungee jump.
Okay.
I've never bungee jumped.
I did feel
I
like
jumped
that's
out of
dead
this
roses.
Conversation.
I've jumped out of airplane, but I've
But not
never
bungee jumped.
jumped.
And that's so funny now.
Because-
When you say bungee jump, I thought of you jumping out of an airplane, not doing a bungee
yeah,
jump.
because like being tied to something that could break, that to me is.
Oh, that's
Versus
true.
being
And like not have a
attached
safety.
to anything
Yeah.
that could not work.
Yeah,
I'd rather be
but-
tied to something.
Well, I figure like there's the second, there's the second parachute
my
that can
goodness.
come out.
Okay, but did the
bungee-
roses come from when you were a reporter?
Yes.
That's okay. 'Cause
So,
wasn't there like a movie
yeah.
about that? Like in a reporter, it got. That's what made
Is
me
that
think
movie
of it.
about you?
But that's
movie
what.
is not about
but
me,
that is
but I
what
did-
made me think
I did
because
have
there's
some-
like.
I had some crazy stalkers.
Yeah.
And so for Valentine's one year at this one certain station, I got a lot of like Valentine's stuff. It was like somebody wrote me a song,
because you're
a
precious.
country song. I have to find it and bring it to you. To hear it. So all these things, and then I got a box of roses. But I'd had a police report because someone was following me home. It was very scary at midnight. But there was a big purple box, and I had a red bow, and it was so cute. And they're like, "Oh, somebody delivered this to you at the station." And I open it, and it's black,
Scary.
black dead roses.
Gosh, that's definitely the worst gift. I'd rather have a trash can.
That's scary.
Yeah. Okay.
That was scary. But the Dave Matthews story is kind of funny.
Oh, what happened?
Well, then tell us. I mean, we've got all the time in the world. Let's do it.
So my friend in South Carolina, we lived together. We were random roommates when I was a news reporter, and her cousin worked for David Letterman. Mm-hmm. And so we went to see her, and she's like, oh, we got tickets to the show. She's like, hey, if you guys want to go down early, you can go down early. There's a band that's going to perform. And we're like, okay, who's the band? And she's like, the Dave Matthews Band. I'm like, who's that?
Yeah.
And she's like, Dave Matthews Band. I'm like, okay, we don't know who that is, but okay, we'll go see. So literally, he's on the stage. They're doing their performance. They're singing Ants Are Marching. It's me and my friend. We're the only two people in the entire auditorium, except for their sound people in the back.
Right.
And we literally look at each other. We're like, this is not great. But I don't know. This is just
so
whatever.
Should we clap?
And they were super nice, super nice. And but it was just oh my gosh, I literally watched Dave Matthews perform.
Right.
Just me in the audience.
Yeah, just me.
And I'm like, I had no idea.
He was kind of just serenading you.
It actually it was good. It was just different at the time. It was just different. And that was their very first thing. Yeah. Yes, me too. Love him now. Wish I'd known then, what I know. But it was good. It was really good. But it's just different because we were we've never heard this before. And it's a little bit different, some of his music in the beginning.
I love that.
That is very cool.
I love that.
That was
very cool.
I love it.
So yes, I will never bungee jump.
You never bungee
Because you
jumped.
watch all these YouTube videos of people where they'll bungee snaps and they're going towards the ocean, river, whatever lake for their lives. I'm not going to do
Not
that.
for me.
No.
No, I wouldn't bungee jump either.
So that's for mine.
Good God, no.
No.
Absolutely not. Well,
Let's hear yours.
My three. Okay, hold.
All right, let's see.
Hold, please.
Okay.
We
are
Lisa Kelly.
I think you'll guess this. Okay.
Okay.
I started my college life studying theology, number one. Okay. Number two, I was a competitive Irish dancer in my youth. Number three, I did tequila shots with Jay-Z.
I'm going with Irish dancer.
I'm going with number two.
I'm going with one.
Number two is right. Number two is the lie. Yes, I did start my college life studying theology.
Did you really?
Yes, I did. Yes.
And we know about Jay-Z.
I knew you did. I knew you did. I was I couldn't remember if I told you, but yes.
Tell everyone because I still think that's so fascinating. That is such a good story.
Yes. Shots with Jay-Z.
Yeah.
Well, it was an opening night of a tour, and we had gone for dinner in a place called the Spotted Pig in New York, which is owned by U2, which is why we ended up being there. Our manager and U2's manager were very good friends. And we were invited up to a party upstairs in the room, and the five of us were really bored because it was just us and the two older guys who were in charge. And there was literally nothing happening, nothing. And it was in a kitchen. It wasn't it was a kitchen. There was nothing fancy at all. And it wasn't a big room. If it was maybe 20 foot by, I know it's probably a bit bigger than that, about 60 foot by 20 foot. Right. Really small, small. And we were sitting there anyway, and we were just about to go. And as we were about to go, in walked Michael Stipe from REM. He actually didn't walk, he was in a wheelchair. And he was being pushed by Josh Hartnett, who's an actor. So he was pushing him in. And then all these really famous people just started walking in, and there was Linda Evangelista and Gwyneth Paltrow and Chris Martin.
So freaking crazy.
And all these people. And then eventually Jay-Z came in. And it was it was the most surreal thing ever, because we were sitting at this table and Chris Martin came over. He was so nice, and he was pretending he knew what Celtic Woman was. He had no clue. And Chloe was freaking out about Gwyneth Paltrow, who really didn't want to talk to us anyway. So anyway, we got up to dance, and Jay-Z came over and stood beside me, and I'm like, oh my God, this is so embarrassing. Because there was all this rap music playing, and I didn't know if it was him.
You're like,
and we couldn't sit down.
Yeah.
And then there was this really awkward white girl dancing, going, oh my God, I can't even break out the moves. And he was like, do you want to go to the bar? And I was like, oh, yeah, sure. I didn't drink at this time either.
What?
So he handed me a shot of tequila, which was in bigger than what I would think was a shot glass. Now, I hadn't done shots in my life. Well, I'd maybe done 2 shots in my life. So I was it was like a big glass, but I don't know how you're supposed to drink tequila. So I just knocked it back. And he was like, oh man, it's $500 a glass.
you're like, that was fabulous.
He was like, you don't knock that one back. I went, we do in Ireland.
And he's like, game on.
Game on.
Yeah, love it. That's our girl.
That is very, yes.
That is
So
our
what kind
girl.
of tequila was that was
I
like?
have no idea.
Oh, wow.
No, I have no idea. I have no clue. I have no clue at
She's
all.
not bought a 500 gallon glass.
I know. Wow.
It was the strangest night
so
of my life.
cool.
It was very, very cool.
Nice.
Very, very cool.
So how long did y'all stay after that?
I didn't stay too long because I was like, no, I think I
already
need to
drank a
leave.
shot of tequila.
Yeah. I needed to leave.
I'm out.
Yeah, I'm tapping out, but peace out, guys.
Peace out.
Yeah,
Go home
exactly.
to your girlfriend, Beyonce.
Exactly. Yeah. Gotta go.
Yeah.
Gotta go.
I love that.
All right, so what's yours, Ashley?
Oh, mine. Okay. I was born in Rome, and I started my career as a buyer for Victoria's Secret. And my husband was featured in an adult magazine.
Rome.
One. Rome.
Wrong. I was born in Rome, Georgia.
Ah.
Yeah.
Michael was not in an adult magazine.
Okay.
Yes,
Super funny story.
Uh-oh.
So, no, he was.
But you were a buyer.
But you're a
You're a
buyer.
buyer for Victoria's Secret.
No, so like I was born in Rome, so that's true.
Yes.
Oh, well, I mean, I'm
Did you
just...
give
You gave three
three truths?
No, because I started at Victoria's Secret Corporate, but I was a liaison between the stores and
That was
Because
kind of-
we knew that you worked for
Yes.
Victoria's Secret.
But she wasn't a buyer.
I wasn't a buyer.
There you go.
She's just clever at this
wished
game.
you were.
So I did, but see, that's why I picked that, because for the longest time when I was younger, that's all I wanted to do is be a buyer. And when I got the opportunity to work at corporate, like I learned that buying wasn't like amazing, going to these amazing, shows, and it was literally just looking at numbers. Now, granted, it was lingerie, but whatever.
Nice.
It was just numbers. And so I was just better at like being that liaison with,
So let's go to Michael.
Okay.
Yeah, come on now.
So funny. So
Does he know you're telling this story?
He does.
Okay,
Yeah,
He does
he
now.
does. Yeah, he does. Well, I will have to say, I have to give him credit because I was talking about this today. He's like, you gotta say this. And I had actually forgotten about it. And I was like, I'm not going to lie about that. He goes, it's the truth. And I'm like, oh my God, you're right. So I can't remember if it was the fall of 93, because we graduated in 94 from the University of Missouri. And he was a member of the Playboy All-American team. So they flew so they flew the team. Like, so they picked a player for each position from all over the country, and they flew them out for a week to whatever this property that Playboy owned in the desert. And so he actually was.
That's epic.
I love it.
I'm
And
picturing
can I
Michael standing there like,
Ashley's husband's
Playgirl or
porn
something.
star.
I know, exactly. I mean, that's why I was like, oh my God, Michael, that's going to be like, they're going to totally know that's not
Maybe
true.
we can interview him.
I know, right?
Seriously.
Hello. So like, but it was so crazy because when I took him, he flew out of St. Louis, and I drove him to the airport from Columbia, Missouri, and all the way back, I was like, oh my God, he is going to meet a
Playboy
center,
bunny.
a bunny or a centerfold. Like, this is like, I'm never going to see him again. Like, this was it. This was amazing. I love you. Have a great time. I'm never going to see you again. I mean, like all the way back home to Columbia.
Aww.
And the funny thing is that probably because, I mean, they were all like seniors in college, but he was like the only person, centerfold bunny at all, was married to the photographer. And that was it. There was not another, like there was no centerfolds, nothing.
Wow.
because they didn't trust a bunch of college boys.
Exactly.
Right.
So, like, you're not going.
But he was, yes. So there was a huge spread in Playboy that year for Playboy All-American.
That's amazing.
Well, hell, Michael just made mine really boring.
That's so good though. Yeah.
But I do have to give credit to Michael because he was like, "That's what you got to say."
we need to post that. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We need to
Well,
post it.
I can get you guys the picture of
Oh,
it.
you
should
please
see
do.
him.
You
Oh my God.
have
He
to.
had a mullet. They're standing in the desert.
Oh my gosh.
And they're all up there, like all of these guys for this
That's
Playboy
just
All-American
amazing.
team.
Yeah.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Okay.
We're gonna post that.
Okay, go with yours.
All right.
All right, Trisha,
All right.
come on.
I'm 5 foot tall. I was homecoming queen.
Yep.
I speak 3 languages fluently.
No.
No, you don't.
Nope.
Do you think it's 3?
I
Yeah.
think it's 3.
You're wrong.
You're
I'm
not 5 foot, you're 4'11".
No, I'm 4'11".
What
and
do you
3
speak?
quarters.
What languages do you speak?
English,
Yeah.
Peak Latin, and Hong Kong.
Oh my God. I freaking love you.
gosh.
Do you guys know Hong Kong? I think my dad actually made it up, but we spoke it so fluently. So it's a language.
I was like, so
I'm like, wait,
So you
what?
don't. So Pig Latin is, you
Yeah.
guys do Pig
Yes.
Latin in Ireland.
No.
You don't know Pig Latin?
No.
I never got
Never
my
even
goodness.
heard of it.
Oh my goodness, you've missed out. Okay, so Pig Latin, you say like you take the like if I said hello, I'd say
Yeah.
elohe. So you take the first letter of each word and add
but at the
a.
end.
Yes.
Okay.
So like your name would be
Oh.
Isolé.
Soleil. Oh, no, we never did that.
My dad and I, though, it was hilarious. So we made up this I think we made it up. I think he made it up. Hong Kong language. And so like my
I think
name,
he might have.
my name was Tong Hong Ai Song Hong A. So you say, but we would get the little inflections going. So like your name, Long Ai Song A. And like if you said I love you, it's I love you. So like and we got so good at it. Like we would talk back and forth and people would look at us like we were talking another language. My mom had no idea how to translate it. But you say vowels and then you add an ong to every consonant. So like you're pongimong.
Oh, that sounds
Your-
great for
Yours
my
is
name.
little ong. You're Isong Hong Yong. So like
Mine doesn't translate to
yours is
Hong
very
Kong.
difficult. Yes, yours is very difficult. Yours is longer, but yeah. So we got like I don't use it anymore because I did it with my dad. But we got so fluent with
I
it. Like
love
when we were
that.
walking, like we'd be in a mall and we would talk back and forth, and like we had this whole thing down. So
I love it.
Okay, I freaking love that.
I love
That
this.
is
so, but yes,
That's
no, I'm,
such a good. Yeah.
You're only 4'11", aren't
I'm
you?
4'11" and 3/4. Like I'm like well,
Right
now I'm
there.
probably like and a half because I'm getting older. But yes, I never hit the 5 foot mark. Pisses me off. Never once.
And I know that
believe
about you
that.
too, but the
Yeah, you
3
did know
languages
that.
really threw me.
I know,
I
it
know
made me
it
sound
did.
cool.
But
didn't it?
I still think
Technically.
the
you're
language,
getting off
yeah.
on a technicality though.
Hey, if I think language is how you communicate, right? So I could talk
like
back
it
and
has
forth.
to be an official language.
Well, I didn't say I speak 3 official languages. I speak 3 languages. I can't believe you didn't know Pig Latin. That,
No, never.
I
heard.
could
That
never
has to be
do
American.
that. Like, I mean, I had heard
couldn't either.
heard it, but I could never.
Has to be American.
I just was not. Or, I don't know.
Yeah, I couldn't do
I
it
just
either.
couldn't do it.
I
we
love
have,
that.
we have Irish.
Mpe.
So.
I love that. MP.
MP.
But yeah, I like my Hong Kong though. Pokemon.
We should do a whole segment just doing
Just
Pig
Trisha
Latin.
doing. Yeah.
And see,
my
and see if we could tell what she's saying.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd
I got to
be fun.
answer you back in Irish. I won't be able to do that.
Yes. Okay, yeah, give us an Irish word while we're talking about languages. We haven't got an Irish word.
Do
for
Cunis.
Pooh Boy.
A poo boy.
that'd be bongo, bongo yong.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Tell him not to do that. It would never work.
That sounds like a different type of
Lord.
boy. Yeah.
He was in Playboy.
We just went to the X-rated version. That's right there with Playboy.
Oh my goodness.
That we were so fluent with it that we had whole communications and no one around us knew what we were saying.
So your mom didn't.
Okay,
your
so see,
sister
this is
didn't?
what we have to do. We have to do a segment when we go on our girls' trip, when we've
Yes.
had not just 2 glasses of wine, but Pam
Yeah,
has
2
a
bottles.
bottle. I have Tito's. I can just do a bottle of wine. I mean, at that point, it won't even matter. And then you guys have your bottle of red.
And then I'll teach Hong Kong.
Yeah, I mean, it
Hong Kong. I love
Hong
it.
Kong.
it
That's
would
just
be
funniest.
the best. I would totally just pee in my
Hong
pants.
Kongese.
We should do a live and see if the audience can understand what you're
So
saying.
like wine is wonganongi.
Oh my god, we have to do this.
She's like so confident with it. She knows exactly what it is.
It's like, oh, you're so stupid for the rest of
but
you.
that's the thing. Like she even told us what she was about to say, and I still wouldn't guess
I
it.
still don't know what she said.
Yeah.
No.
Yep.
No.
That's freaking
What-
amazing.
Okay, what's microphone?
Gosh, it's a long word. Mongakong fong hong. Oh,
No, you said that wrong.
doing like biting phonics with Hong Kong.
Oh my god,
That's
freaking-
Like
hilarious.
Oh my God.
Kongyapong.
Kongapong.
No.
I need shorter words like dog. Dong, 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 dong.
I love the way you sing it.
Yeah, well,
It's not even like, it's not even spoken word. It's like,
oh yeah, we did kind of say like,
Oh my God.
that is brilliant.
You
I
need to
have
say
never
it
heard
and
that.
then Lisa sing it and me and
Yes.
We just drink.
Yeah, drink.
Pam and I just drink right along with you guys.
Yes,
Yeah.
that was good.
Exactly.
A shot every time you hear an
Yeah.
Oh my God.
gosh.
I'd be
That'd be
wasted in like
hilarious.
15 minutes.
If you hear this.
Yeah. It's like, what is it like? Watch What Happens Live with
Yes.
Andy Cohen.
Yes.
Like,
This
if you hear this word, take a shot.
Oh gosh. Yeah.
You know, I was at last weekend. I was at Atlantic Station, and they had a bar that they gave shots to everyone if there was a fumble. So I was like, gosh, the Super Bowl.
Wow. Oh, at the Super Bowl?
No, well, yeah, they would do that if you're watching a game and there's fumbles. So I was just thinking the Super Bowl. There were some fumbles. They were giving some free shots out for sure.
Interesting.
Yeah. All right. My kind of bar.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, we know each other really well then, obviously.
We do. Not at all.
Right? Like,
Hey, I think I would. Well, I wasn't right on you. I was right on you too, though.
Yeah.
And you all know I'm not 5 foot.
I know, but
I just thought
to be fair,
I know.
it was a technicality.
Yeah, Lisa's like, we were
Lisa's like, I actually
we're
think that we were right.
I'm not going to let
Language
this
is a way
go.
to communicate.
That's right. Language is language.
It's your
just
love
like
language.
me
I
saying that
speak
I was
love.
born in Rome.
so
Yes.
You, so
But
like,
I
you
thought you meant Rome,
technicology.
Georgia. I didn't think you meant Rome, Italy.
I did, but I thought you were born in Missouri.
No, I thought.
I knew you were. I knew you haven't been out of the country except to Barbados and Bahamas.
No. Bahamas, Jamaica, Turks. I do the Caribbean.
Yes.
St. John, St.
That's
Thomas.
it?
Mm-hmm.
Nothing further?
No, I do want to go to Scotland.
Okay.
I'm going to go to Ireland.
I want to go to Ireland.
I know.
We need to go to Ireland.
It's Ireland and Scotland, it goes together.
Okay.
Right.
Just making
We're going to
sure.
take a Lisa
course.
Kelly.
You go to Scotland and you don't go to Ireland.
No,
You're a
because
big
we're all
loser.
going together.
Oh, yeah. I don't want to go to Scotland, though.
Why?
I've been there. It's the same as
don't
Ireland.
love it.
Okay, you lived.
I do, yeah, no, it's lovely.
You lived in Ireland, so I mean.
But I want to go to Ireland.
I was like, if we do this together, yes, you're going to Scotland.
We could do London.
because there's like
and
my
Ireland.
mom's family's the Keiths, so they were big in in Scotland.
Yeah. And that famous actor, Brian Keith. Oh, who
I
I
don't know about
adore.
that. I just know they got kicked out because they picked the wrong side.
Keiths.
They were the Grand Chancellor or something. I don't know. My dad's all into like all of that stuff.
Wow.
And so like some of their castles are like not really standing. I mean, there's like a tower here. and
Yeah,
there.
of course. That's the same in Ireland, though. There's very few of them still standing.
But yeah, I would love that. I want to go to the Highland Games.
Oh, yeah,
but I do
yeah.
feel like I won't come back. Like,
No,
I'm
no.
gonna touch
They're gonna
one of
keep
those.
you.
I'm gonna touch one of those rocks and like get
That's
zapped
it.
back, just like Outlander. Oh, I feel like it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
So
we need a girls' trip.
So if we all go together, don't let me
Ireland.
touch any rocks
Okay.
or wander around a random super old building.
Okay.
I could just get zapped right back into
And don't let Trisha talk.
right. So we can't let me touch anything. Trisha can't talk Hong Kong.
You're not jumping off any building.
And you're not jumping, and so we all make it back home safe and sound.
Yep.
Okay.
Because I
got
would
you
not
all.
do well in like the 12th or 13th century.
And with my kind of degree in theology, I can look after you
exactly, you can.
Lisa is we're going to give her a flag. So she's going to be the leader of
all.
our
I'm the
tour.
leader. I will
She
be the
will.
leader.
So
yeah.
like you'll see those people walking around New York with a flag.
She needs a
Everyone has
flag
to-
and like
everyone
a
has
It's
muzzle.
called Hong Kong.
Yeah, no Hong Kong.
We speak Hong Kong.
Can you even imagine if we took this show overseas? Like seriously, I can't even imagine if we take this
There's
show
a word
to
for this
Chateau.
show. It starts with the S and ends in show.
That
I just can't even.
Oh, dear God.
I know. Seriously, Lisa would have a flag. She's our tour guide.
I think Lisa's about
You
to
would get
pass out
killed in
with her
Ireland.
I
face.
know. We would get killed in Ireland.
I would just go, they're American.
They're not.
It's fine.
And you're like, and actually, I just feel really. They're like.
No, Lisa's like, that's a Lisa Kelly impersonator.
Yeah,
That is
that's a
not
fan. They're
me,
fans.
Lisa Kelly.
They are
Nope.
super fans.
I don't know who these people are.
And I don't know who they are, so we're just gonna like push them to the side because it's just.
You know what's sad? I've never been to another country except for on a cruise, except for Tijuana.
What?
Like I walked across to Tijuana.
You went to Tijuana.
Yeah. I
That's
went
the
to Tijuana.
country that you chose to go to,
I did. To
And you
Senor
made it-
Frogs.
and you
Went
frogs.
there
Yes.
to go to Senor Frogs.
Okay.
Senior frogs,
But
back
you
in the
made it-
day. That was
Yeah.
the thing.
Yeah.
But those were in the U.S.
I didn't
there was
have
a
a
Senior
passport then.
Frogs in Orange Beach.
No, well, I don't know back then. Like, that was quite a while back.
There's
Because
one in Las
I
Vegas.
wasn't 21 yet. I was 18. That was a long time ago.
I cannot believe that you went to Tijuana though.
Across, I walked
From
I was in
San
San
Diego.
Diego.
Yeah.
Yep, San Diego with Tijuana. I didn't have a passport. But
Okay.
I've only been to other countries on a cruise ship. I've never, like, flown to another country.
Oh my god!
Oh my gosh.
Nope.
Like I said, I've only been to the Caribbean countries, and
missing
I love them. Like, I mean, because I'm like such a
You
beach girl.
need to go to Europe.
Europe is
Okay,
great.
well, I will tell you this. I'm supposed to go to England because one of our really good friends, she's from there.
Okay.
And so this year we're going to the Dominican, but the next year, so 2025,
Nice.
It's nice. You'll love it.
I'm going to England.
What part? Do you know?
Well, she's from Birmingham.
Peaky Blinders.
Go to London.
Well, I mean, I think we're going to, I mean, obviously we would fly in.
No.
Yes, you need to go to
there.
London.
Yes, no, we're
London.
going to London.
London's nice. Paris is nice.
Yes, be fun. Yeah,
Australia's
Yeah, I just
Australia's
can't-
fabulous.
I just
Hawaii.
can't. Okay, so my problem is we all know that I absolutely love 4 to 5 inch heels, stilettos, and the cobblestone streets. Like, how do you do
Oh,
that?
you'd be fine. You'd be drunk. You'd be grand. Be like everybody else.
Okay, so obviously none
You are
of you
going
guys
to
have
fit
been
in
out with
so
me.
well. No, you're going to fit in so well with your high heels, your fake tan.
I know.
They're going to actually think you're English while you're there.
Really?
Yeah.
That's so true.
Except you're taller than most English people. But still,
Yeah.
with the fake tan, the high heels,
everybody-
you
like
are
everybody in London
so
looks like
European.
that?
You don't even know it. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just practice your accent.
I don't
Right?
know.
So I can't be like, well, how are y'all doing? and
No.
I don't talk Hong Kong. So
don't know.
there's that.
Yes. You don't think that, like, I don't know. When I was in Paris, people knew I was American.
I feel
But
like I
I
would
didn't have, like,
stand
anything
out.
that made
Oh,
it-
Americans look American, though.
But see, that's what I'm saying. I look
But
American.
I can pick Irish and English people out in America. So, like, if I look at somebody,
That makes sense.
I will be able to tell if they're Irish.
Because
or
in Paris,
English,
they were
usually.
speaking. Because my dad can speak French. And they were like, she's American. But I was like, I felt I was taller than people back in the day.
Yeah, so I feel like I'm going to stand
Gosh,
out.
I need to go to England. If you're taller than people,
was
I'd
taller
be
than
like
people.
You'd be
average.
fine in Ireland and England. Yeah, we're all kind of short.
Okay. Well, 2025.
There you go.
Ashley's heading across the pond.
Excellent.
I'm going to just hang out in all the pubs.
Excellent. You
That,
know,
and I
ball.
don't drink beer. So that's amazing.
You don't need to. We're very
There'll be
posh.
Tito's there.
Plenty of Tito's, yeah. And gin and tonics. Gin and tonic is huge.
Oh my God. I haven't had that since college.
Oh, gin and tonic. Oh, I love
Oh
gin
my
and
God.
Me
No,
too.
I got so sick on that.
I
Nope.
want to say we sell Tito's, but like they're obviously Smirnoff and
I'm
all
always,
those kind of
whatever. Yeah, no, gin and tonics. No. 91 gin and tonics was not good for me. No.
1991 or 91 gin and tonics.
No,
Probably a
1991.
little bit of both.
Yeah, no,
A lot of gin and tonic.
Yeah, no. 1991 at the Field House in Columbia, Missouri, they would do like dollar gin and tonics. And yeah, no. Crazy. You know, it's funny, like when you get sick on something, you don't remember, you don't really want to remember.
Oh yeah, I can't drink.
I can't even smell it.
Malibu.
No, you know what? Like, you do have aversions that. My mom, when we were sick, like, we had the stomachache, she always gave us cherry 7-Up. And now the thought of that makes me want to throw up.
Oh yeah.
Cherry 7-Up. We always had flat 7-Up when we were sick.
Flat,
So
like,
yeah, like
no
no
bubbles?
fizz, no bubbles. Yeah.
But that's what usually would help the tummy,
yeah.
right? Is the
you would
bubbles
boil
major?
it. Oh no, we would boil it in Ireland to like get rid of the bubbles in it.
But isn't
that's
it the
it.
bubbles that help
you
make
better?
the
I don't know, and not according to our grandmothers. Flat 7-Up.
Well, my mom always gave us
Like carbonation.
the peach juice. Yeah, when we were
schnapps.
like when we had like our okay. So funny story. This is going someplace. Lisa actually does know me very well.
Yeah.
So my mom would always give us peach juice, like from the can, and drain. You know, if your tummy hurt or whatever. And so the only time that my parents ever left me in charge of the house went horribly wrong. Horribly wrong. So I was a senior. My parents flew to Vegas. I was in charge of my sister. That again went horribly wrong. And had like a party. My mom loved fuzzy navels.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And so like we had a bar in like the formal living room and like just stocked with all kinds of nonsense. But I thought, oh, I'm going to be super sophisticated. Drink all these fuzzy navels. Like this is... So the weekend was fantastic. I mean, just so much chaos, like crazy stuff. So my parents, like I knew they were getting ready to come home because obviously back then we didn't really have cell phones. Yeah. And I realized that we had drank almost all of the peach schnapps, and I couldn't make it to the beverage store because I usually could buy even at 18. Yes. Oh, gosh. And I was panicking. So I went to the cupboard and got all of the peaches and poured all of the juice into the schnapps bottle. Yeah. Put it back up there. And I just prayed. And she never noticed that there was pulp like floating around.
Oh my God.
So like for like the next 2 weeks, Mom would have her like little fuzzy navel, and I would just be like, oh my God, she's gonna notice, she's gonna notice, she's gonna be like, oh my God, like what is this? And she never.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So
amazing.
Awesome.
Clever.
I know. So
Well, cheers
right.
to
cheers, you guys.
Cheers, craziness.
Yes, craziness.
Cheers.
I know. Happy friends.
Happy friends.
Bubbly.